All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between XLord and Blade, going up against DowaQ and Fhra. XLord has spawned under the unique name here as the Red Human. Sorry, not XLord. Blade has spawned here as the Red Human. Meanwhile, off over here, XLord has spawned as the Red Undead. I will be using ally colors here. Meanwhile, we have DowaQ spawning as, well, the Blue Night Elf, using the name DowaQ. Thank you very much. And Fhra, well, actually using the name Fhra. That does seem to help me quite a bit as this game is going to be getting underway. Ancient of War being built right here, and this is going to be a little bit of a risky maneuver, building this Ancient of War right next to Blades. Well, what I assume to be Archmage and Militia creep. This has a very big downside of running into a lot of problems. Normally on Nullwood, you're able to use the Ancient of War and some archers to easily clear out this mercenary camp and pick up some powerful units. However, in this matchup, though, I don't know what to expect. It could get really crazy here, and you can already take a look. Things are going to go rather sideways for DowaQ if we do see a potential Archmage followed by Militia creep, and it looks like we are already leaning into that just a bit. By the time this Wisp makes its way over, it's going to notice and see this, well, this base here, and that's not what he wanted to see. He wanted to be able to clear out this mercenary camp without any real problems. XLord, off on the other hand, opening up with the Death Knight, no surprise there. Graveyard ghouls into eventual Crypt Fiends, as 2v2 strategies do generally deviate from 1v1. The reason being is if your opponents go for very heavy units early on, even if you build static defense, well, it is going to be a 2-on-1 fight unless your partner has built up a large number of units as well. Militia Archmage already on the move, and they're going to go after, wait, this is actually going to go after the Null Warden and Null Brood Keep Cramp, as opposed to this, well, mercenary camp down here. All right, mercenary camp taking quite a bit of damage. We're taking a look. Keeper of the Grove is already here as well, as we're going to take a look. Rock Golem going to get taken down. Keeper of the Grove should be able to easily get to level 2. Meanwhile, Forest Troll Shadow Priest should be trained up here momentarily, as the Ancient of War is tanking for a lot of damage. Back off to the north here, Archmage already picks up Claws of Attack +6, and now going after another Null Merchant creep camp in the center portion of the map. He's going to go ahead and aggro, pull those units down, get some damage. The Footman's going to engage. After the engage and the purge, another water elemental is dropped so that water elemental can absorb a bit of damage too. Let's take a look. Ancient of War now shifting around. Are we seeing any sort of Forest Troll Shadow Priest? There they are. Double Forces of Nature, as the Keeper of the Grove may be able to get off some key entangles as well. Damage now getting added there and making their way over. Forest Troll Shadow Priest gonna go ahead and abolish magic. There you go, getting some free experience. Is it gonna get another one? Yes, it does. Keeper of the Grove getting 2 very quick kills there, as this Keeper of the Grove, well, trying to back away. Forest Troll Shadow Priest trying to back up, as the Archmage with the Claws of Attack +6 and Circlet of Nobility doing much more damage than you would normally think, as this one unit may end up getting taken down. Oh, a little bit of body block right there, trying to prevent it, as the Archer now going to go ahead and Shadow Meld. A beautiful use of Micro to stay alive. Let's take a look. Fountain of Mana, so extra mana on the Keeper of the Grove. We'll see how that is going to be used as the, well, game moves on. Fhra actually going for Tauren Chieftain first, and now also using Mass Headhunters. One of those strategies where you're just trying to build complementary units in this matchup. Keeper of the Grove now looking to pull back. Coming back around, 27 over 30 supply, 28 over 30 more Headhunters getting added, 25 over 30 followed by 22. Everyone is about even, and we really haven't seen what XLord has done during this time. He's picked up a Ring of Protection +3, has Dust of Appearance, as we may see an engagement here at the Fountain of Health. This could be a very bad news here. Archmage now trying to run back. Death Knight, is it going to actually end up getting some damage? There you go. There's some damage there, as we're going to take a look. Footman going to get taken down, as we are looking at, well, there goes another Footman there. Footman getting taken out pretty easily. Another Entangle going off onto a Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend could end up getting taken down, and the fact that the Forest Troll Shadow Priest has a Fountain of Mana is a very big deal. Archmage Archmage continuing to try and, well, get more mana. There's a quick stomp once again. Death Coil, Scroll of Town Portal on the Archmage. Archmage now trying to head back for Stroll. Shadow Priest going to be able to, well, stay alive a little while longer. One Footman actually dodging a bit of extra damage there. 2v2 Metaphysics, yes. Well, you knew this was about time to come anyways. Skeletal minions now making their way back over. Units now making their way back. Death Knight retreating back as well. XLord sitting at 30 supply as the skeletal minions are going to every which corner. Death Knight still sitting at level 2. Really wants to get to level 3. But creep camps are difficult to come by. Perhaps going after an easy green creep camp would be a good idea, as some skeletal minions do deal a bit of scouting. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3. Are we going to see any sort of entangle? No, nothing of that nature, as we're looking at the, well, Huntress getting in a little bit of bounce damage. The Force of Nature absorbing a lot of that damage right now, as we're going to see that get taken down right there. Potion of Greater Mana now picked up. Forest Troll Shadow Priest going to easily get cleared up here in just a moment. Meanwhile, down not too far away, XLord actually clearing out the Rock Golem creep camp. Rock Golem going to get taken down with no issues. Death Knight now sitting at level 3 with an additional Ring of Protection +3. Not the item he was really hoping to get, as we now see XLord picking up his Lich. Keeper of the Grove on their way back off to the north. Amass large number of headhunters, and we should eventually see a transition into Berserkers. Now, it really does come down to a lot more unit composition and how many of your units are able to engage at the same time in 2v2. It doesn't matter how large your army is. If your army isn't doing something, either absorbing damage or dishing out damage, you'd rather it be a dishing out damage, then it doesn't matter very much. Keeper of the Grove quickly using that scroll or a Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. Death Knight is going to be able to get a Death Coil off. No, it won't, as there is a Mantle of Intelligence down across here if XLord does come across it. Expansion already coming into play by DowaQ. Meanwhile, XLord and Blade, we are looking at a keep. I don't see a second hero as of yet. Nope, Mountain King is out onto the field, so Blade going for a Mountain King second, as, well, Null Wood is a rather large map. And with that, there's a lot of ways that you can try and creep out. Wish we had proper observer tools to see who is feeding resources and how much. Yeah, that would actually make a very big difference if resources were being fed. But then again, I don't. Let's work on 1v1 replay tools before we start worrying about and hoping for 2v2 replay tools. All right, Footman now trying to escape back here. A little bit of slow poison coming across multiple units. There goes a Footman down. Meanwhile, creeps are now coming in. This is a bad maneuver, as XLord and Blade able to slip through. Huntress's Scroll of Speed. Are we going to see? Oh, Scroll of Speed. There is a stomp right there. Not being able to get all too many. XLord ends up taking down one Crypt Fiend, and that is it. The Tauren Chieftain seemed to delay a little bit right there, allowing an additional Crypt Fiend to get away. Mountain King, Archmage now making their way back down. Headhunters now positioning over. We should be getting the Berserker upgrade now. Yeah, Berserker upgrade allowing for even more damage. 24 to 32 damage there. Meanwhile, Mountain King going to come across, get some damage, as we're going to see the Mountain King in a little bit of trouble. There's a disentangle right there. Is the Tauren Chieftain going to be able to get off a big stomp? That is the question. There is a stomp on both units. Tauren Chieftain now going to try to get away. Are we going to perhaps see an entangle? There's the entangle, and the Mountain King easily gets taken down at level 1. Small victory right there, taking down a level 1 Mountain King. It will be resurrected and back for action in just a moment. Meanwhile, the Berserkers are already out onto the field. They do deal more or deal damage faster. What do you think the best mix of races is in 2v2, by the way? Would it be Orc Human or Orc Undead? Orc Human does generally work out. I think I like Orc Undead a little bit more. Obsidian statues covering up the weakness for Orc. Not being able to easily heal is a very big deal. But then again, even Orc Human, the ability to get extra mana is a big deal with that Brilliance Aura. It seems like Orc needs mana and Orc needs healing constantly. And as long as one of their partners is able to overcome that weakness for them, then all of a sudden their big units are able to deal a large amount of damage or stick around much longer as well. Death Knight now coming in. We could be looking at a little bit of a flank. Dust of Appearance on the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain now trying to make its way back out. Are we going to perhaps see a stomp as the Tauren Chieftain now tries to back away? A little bit of a lucky Dust of Appearance there as we see a stomp go down across multiple units. All right, taking down some units there. We're going to look at what Berserker's getting finished off as we're looking at the Crypt Lord. Comes in with a big impale across 7 units as the Tauren Chieftain now still trying to put his foot down. Mountain King could get taken down for the second time in as many minutes. Oh, one more shot. Yes, it does end up getting finished off as the Footman now trying to back up. Vampiric Aura on the Footman was helping out just a little bit. Makoto Beast, well, ends up getting taken down. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 4, doesn't have that much mana left. Obsidian Statue could end up getting taken down by XLord as a Scroll of Town Portal is necessary in order to escape. Units are going to be backing up here in just a moment, and Scrolls of Town Portal are actually rather scary in 2v2s. If you use a Scroll of Town Portal and your opponent doesn't use his Scroll of Town Portal, a 2v2 fight all of a sudden can turn into a 2v1 fight, and, well, your opponent could lose everything. Crypt Lord name is Vlad. Really? It's Vlad? Where is Vlad? No, it's Thebes. Thebes Fhra. Anyway, coming back down, Granite Golem and Rock Golem's here, ready to engage. Rock Golem gonna go ahead and get taken down here with no problem. Meanwhile, Crypt Lord finishing off and perhaps going to be able to get to level 2 here, and at level 2 it's going to really benefit from extra well, I don't think it's going to be trying to go those carry-on beetles. Instead, get that additional bit of armor and make it that much more difficult to take out, but we don't know what ability it is as of yet. Tauren Chieftain off under the north here. Kodo Beasts are out ready to go. You can see multiple Berserkers and just dealing so much damage as that Tauren Chieftain about to get to level 5, and that is extremely scary. Another thing to note though, DowaQ and Fhra both have expansions right now, so it's really 4 bases going up against 2 until Blade sets up this town hall and gets it up and running. 49 supply over 60 compared to 53 over 60. All right, Fhra really macroing up those units. Hey, Ab 3737, how are you doing? 67 over 70 supply compared to 48 over 60. Fhra hitting or staying in no upkeep for as long as I can see. Fhra, the H is silent. All right. And I just realized that my phonemic awareness in words is just absolutely horrible. Trying to teach my daughter letters, it does not work out well, just because I tend to like just remember. Or fa, is it fa? The R is silent. All right, then I don't know. Silent letters confuse me. Unless you know all of the rules for silent letters, the letter's there. Just ignore like it isn't. The H is silent. The H, so F-H or Fhra. Okay, Fhra. All right, Tauren Chieftain once again. Dust of Appearance revealed. Another big impale coming across again. Alchemist is going to try to get into that front line. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 5. What is going to end up happening? Tauren Chieftain could try and use perhaps a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There's a stomp across multiple units, and it does a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the impale slowing and reducing the amount of damage being dealt as well. Tauren Chieftain trying to dive into the mix. Gets a Stormbolt for his heroic efforts as the Potion of Invulnerability now being used. All right, summon units now dealing damage as well. Impaler trying to impale things again. Still sitting at level 2 as the Tauren Chieftain really does not go well against all of those spell breakers coming in from Blade. Mountain King may be able to get off another Stormbolt. Archmage with that Vampiric Aura able to deal or allow healing on that Mountain King so much as units are getting picked off, giving that Mountain King level 3. Alchemist sitting at level 2 as we see more mass teleporting back over here to the Moonwell. 66 over 80 supply for the Night Elf. Meanwhile, 48 over 60. Worst item from that spot? Yeah, probably. Too easy to just absolutely counter that, especially at this stage in the game where by the time you can clear out a red creep camp, you most likely have the ability to dispel any sort of summons, especially if those summons don't have any base magic immunity or something of that nature. All right, there goes a summon right there. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5. The majority of the creep camps have been cleared out already. Only one red creep camp is left. Death Knight, Potion of Divinity, 25 seconds of invulnerability, and this is a 3-3-3 army coming in from the undead. All right, Tree of Life is going to get pressured very hard, very fast. Meanwhile, let's take a look. We're looking at Blade's expansion, which could also get pressured. Blade now also bringing in a summon unit to put pressure onto the expansion goldmine. And what's going to end up happening here, Destroyer is up in the air, going to cause problems. And it may be just a straight-up exchange of expansions as the Town Hall now getting done. All right, 3 bases to 3 now as the units are now looking to back away. Jet Lads, how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Hi there, Jet Lads. As we're looking at another ensnare go down, picking off an Acolyte. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5 with level 2 Endurance Aura. Meanwhile, Staff of Sanctuary saving a unit there. Keeper of the Grove going to be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal to head away. Force Roll Berserker quickly gets taken down by the Death Coil Frost Nova 1-2 punch. Meanwhile, these summon units about to come to an end. More peons could get trained up here in just a moment as we're going to see them try to get to work. Berserkers still sitting out 1-0 upgrades, looking to perhaps pick off another expansion here, and that's exactly what we're looking at right now. Fast attack speed going to go ahead and finish off here. Meanwhile, off to the north, still more damage being done as well. Oh, those furbolgs are eating a lot of those peasants, and at this point, there's no real reason to try and engage here. Meanwhile, are we going to see a lot of those peasants get taken out? No, we are not, as the troll berserkers are, well, being forced to teleport back out. Mountain Giants coming back the other way. Are we perhaps going to be looking at a taunt? There's an ensnare on XLord's Cryptlord. That is a very big deal. Scroll of Town Portal now finally being used. There's that taunt right now. Crypt Fiend Burrow, XLord able to teleport out in time. 17 minutes into this game so far. Ancient of Wars, this guy still has not yet to be scouted. A new Tree of Life trying to rebuild an expansion that was taken down earlier. Meanwhile, XLord also going for a Haunted Gold Mine creep camp here to the top right. All right. We're looking at, Archmage getting a Tome of Retraining. It may be going into Blizzard now, and that's actually really scary. Archmage, Blizzard, Mountain King, Thunderclap, Cryptlord, Impale, and the Lich's Frost Nova. All of a sudden, that damage could get added up really fast as the Tauren Chieftain constantly getting revealed. There is that Blizzard, and you're going to see that Tauren Chieftain pretty much lose almost 1,000 hit points instantaneously. All right, that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability seems to be coming to an end. More damage coming through. They are out of that fight right there. And some sort of spider sense by Blade and or his partner XLord has been able to detect whenever there is an invisible Tauren Chieftain. I'm fine. Happy to know you're fine. I'm fine for now. Hopefully, I will be able to stay in good health during this hopefully once in a lifetime situation. Archmage raining down Blizzard across multiple units here. Destroyer may be forced to pull back as you're going to see Phra's Great Hall about to get taken down. Lich is sitting at level 3. Archmage is sitting at level 4. Mountain King, Cryptlord, Death Knight. Everything is leveling up here. Armies on both sides are rather large. 2-0 upgrades. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 5. Has a good amount of mana, and if it can use subsequent stomps effectively, it will change the impact of the game as the Scroll of Town Portal comes down right now. 2 armies landing here in just a moment. XLord, 3-0 upgrades on those Crypt Fiends as they are ready to engage. Sentinels also being used as well. Invisible heroes have become much more predictable, as you guys have noted, and detection has become that much more necessary to deal with that Tauren Chieftain. That Tauren Chieftain appearing out of nowhere and being able to stun 6 to 8 units is a very big deal. So far, no one has really started to claim the upper hand. Gold mines are all being mined all over the place. It is currently 4 gold mines to 3 still, as XLord just got his expansion up and running. All right, main bases still have about 6 minutes of mining left. We'll see what is going to be coming of that. Coming back around, this 2v2 strategy, Mountain Giants in the front line, Dryads and Berserkers with Kodo Beast as support in the back line. That damage is high, but is it enough damage to finish off this opposing army? The problem has really been the Spellbreakers in that front line and being able to minimize the effectiveness of that Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain has really wanted to land a number of stomps, but has not been able to effectively do that as of yet, as the Spellbreakers and a timely Dust of Appearance have shut down any sort of stomp play. Cryptlord sitting at level 3, and we still have XLord's combination ability with Blade to go for Impale and the Archmage's Blizzard. That damage adds up very quickly since they just stand under the raining Blizzard and get almost pelted nearly to death before they're finished off by those remaining units. Ancient Protector getting added, 73 over 90 supply. Fountain of Mana nearly tops out all of these units here. And if DowaQ and Fhra are able to win out this battle, it's really going to be because they've been using this Fountain of Mana much more effectively, keeping mana on not only the Keeper of the Grove, but that Tauren Chieftain. Hey, Crota, love your content. Thank you very much. VK91, I wish more people. No, like, right. So, see, the thing is, Archmage has Brilliance Aura, and also Undead has these Obsidian statues. That's the reason why they don't need to go to that Fountain of Mana. Now, the Fountain of Mana for the Night Elf player, you can see that he doesn't have to use his Moonwells for mana, and because he doesn't have to use his Moonwells for mana, he can use his Moonwells more for hit points. Also, well, Orc in general generally needs mana as well, but we're also looking at only a solo Tauren Chieftain, or actually no, Tauren Chieftain and, oh, this is a solo Tauren Chieftain, yeah, so solo Tauren Chieftain to just keep all of that mana up. Clarity Potions would work. There is a shade nearby keeping track of that unit. Like my commentary, War Manicure, thank you very much, as well as we're going to be looking at a little bit of a fight here. This one Ancient Protector by its lonesome self is going to be able to survive. Mortar Team's able to deal so much damage, and this is exactly what Blade's army needed. Something in the back line that could actually shoot over the heads of everyone and still deal large amounts of damage. There's this big stomp right there. Cryptlord has a Potion of Divinity, and is it going to use it in time? Yes, down to 19 hit points, and it ends up surviving. All right, there's one Impale. Another Impale could be used here momentarily. There's a Death Coil. Death Knight is going to be in trouble. Tries to get a stomp in, but not going to work out. XLord is going to go ahead and back out. Blade needs to back out as well. I believe the Mountain King will be just fine as it backs out here. An Abomination was a bit too far away, not going to be able to survive, as the Tauren Chieftain now gets to level 6. All right, level 6 there. We are looking at, establishing up a 5th base by the Night Elf player. Does TP have a unit limit? No, it does not have a unit limit. It has a range. It has a range limit, and that is pretty much it. I believe Mass Teleport has a unit limit, but Scroll of Town Portal doesn't have a unit limit. It is anything that is within range. So if you have like 300 supply food in the air and you can get it all close enough, that would work out well. Mountain King in that front line. Are we going to perhaps see some Impales? Archmage raining down Blizzard. Huntress is taking a lot more damage than he would really like, as a Tauren Chieftain absorbing a lot as well. Are we going to perhaps see looking at a stomp? No stomp as of yet, as the Alchemist is getting in off that healing spray onto some of those units. There is a stomp right there. Tauren Chieftain Potion of Lesser Invulnerability now being used, trying to finish off some more units. Archmage gonna go ahead and entangle. Oh, Archmage could get taken down. Yes, it is taken down here, as the Tauren Chieftain is still deep behind enemy lines. Quickly gets Death Coiled Frost Nova before another stomp could come down. However, Tauren Chieftain is back better than ever. There's a big stomp once again, actually affecting that Cryptlord, as the units are now going to be trying to head their way back again. Meanwhile, Judah the Claw, well, in that front line spot. Oh, another Mountain Giant could get taken down, giving level 4 to that Mountain King. The Cryptlord also at level 4 as well, and all of a sudden what I thought was a distinctive win for DowaQ and Fhra all of a sudden turns into a little bit of a more even battle, as Blade and XLord able to pick off some more units again. All right, Chimeras now getting added or secretly trained up by DowaQ. Meanwhile, destroyers are going to go ahead and try and engage here. There is some damage being absorbed. Meanwhile, the Red Army is making their way off to the north to take down this Great Hall, who's been sitting at 52 over 80 supply. Repairs may be needed if you want to keep that around. All right, DowaQ and Fhra both going to lose their expansion, so only one expansion as of left. So it is going to be 3 bases to 3. Scroll of Town Portal now landing right here. Town Hall could end up getting taken down. No, it is saved. Yeah. Spellbreakers, Crypt Fiends do work incredibly well together. Mortar teams, however, with their range, and the more you can have all of your units attack, the better, and that's really what we're looking at here. Blade has these layers of units, Spellbreakers for the front line, followed by casters, and then followed by mortar teams, so all of their units are able to pretty much engage at the same time here. All right, 2v2 raining down mortar teams onto that Tree of Life as it gets taken down here. All right, Blade sitting on, well, only that expansion there nearly mined out. Meanwhile, the castle now going to be transitioning some units over, as well as DowaQ may be forced to uproot and move to try to establish an expansion too. 3-1 upgrades on those Chimeras. Big damage indeed, especially if it's able to focus down an obsidian statue or abomination, or those mortar teams. All of those with heavy armor would end up falling very quickly at the hands of a Chimera. XLord is bringing a shade along the back of this army right here. All of this information privileged already. Destroyer now going to be positioning off to the side. And XLord pretty much knows exactly where the blue army is and says, you know what, I'm going to be lying here ready and waiting for when you try and engage. Shade just keeping track of this position, and there you go. Unit's going to try and battle it up. Meanwhile, Ents are going to make their way over here to just try to put pressure on this haunted gold mine. Back down across here. Wait, where'd that? There is that army now here ready to go. Spellbreakers 0-2 upgrades. Crippler going to try to get up into position. A big impale followed by monstrous death across all of those units there, as the Cripplord says, thank you for all the experience. Alchemist sitting at level 4. Keeper of the Grove sitting just at level 5. Nice multitasking and movement around the map. Yeah, they are just moving every which way, as the Alchemist is going to be getting into position here. Tauren Chieftain, I believe he is able to resurrect again, as the Raiders just end up getting finishing this off very fast. Chimeras don't even have the siege attack, but able to deal so much damage, as we're looking for an engagement here. Chimeras, 3 Chimeras going to go back around the other way, as we're looking at a Crypt Fiend, or sorry, Crypt Fiend's trying to finish off the Kodo Beast, but unable to do so. Kodo Beast able to slip away. Chimeras, if they had the attack, that would be a very big deal, putting pressure on your opponent's base to destroy a couple of key buildings. As the Spellbreaker is going to get taken down, and there it goes. Crypt Fiends ready to perhaps try and get some web down onto some of those fine machines to keep those Chimeras alive. Chimeras still just blasting their way through. Mortar teams could just accidentally just get taken out and destroyed here pretty much instantaneously to try and finish them off. Those Chimeras still sitting nearly at 1,000 hit points, and DowaQ and Phra's army is just that strong. Tauren Chieftain is going to be able to lay down another stomp. There it is, level 7. There's that stomp now. DowaQ's units also temporarily pick back up. Mountain King is going to end up getting taken down, as the Mountain King falls at level 4. Archmage off to the side trying to finish off more units. Cryptlord also falls, and this is a great game for DowaQ and Fhra, as Blade gets to level 5 on his Archmage, and the Lich gets to level 5 as well. Death Knight is at 5, trying to save some more units. A split second late on that Scroll of Town Portal, as all the units are back on Blight. This was a big battle here. XLord trying to save that unit. Let's take a look. Blizzard ends up finishing off, or maybe perhaps a Crypt Fiend ends up finishing off a Raider there, as the units are going to be lying in wait, ready to go. Spellbreaker showing up to the party. Going to try and eat this alive here. Kodo Beast, well, taking a little bit too much slow damage. Mountain Giant trying to get off a taunt, able to do so. but now needs to run away for himself. Tauren Chieftain is going to go after any of those liches. It looks as though the lich going to end up getting saved here. Tauren Chieftain is still right here in this spot. Are we perhaps going to be looking at a couple of stomps here as the Crypt Fiends are ending up getting taken out? Low hit point burrowed Crypt Fiends causing problems as a Frost Nova finishes off more units again. All right, let's take a look. Well, Berserker able to escape at 42 hit points as we're looking at the lich down to 89. One or two more shots should finish it off, but a potion of bless again. Blizzard raining down. Berserkers just falling left and right as the Tauren Chieftain so low on hit points, but still somehow alive. The Blue Army and now able to get to level 6 on his Keeper of the Grove, but it does end up getting taken down as DowaQ needs to finish out his follow-up play. All right, Fhra now looking to retreat back again. Death Knight, well, nowhere to be found. Berserkers getting taken out very quickly. You cannot afford to lose units like that so easily, as the Kodo Beast also taking quite a bit of damage, almost 60 damage per attack. Back off to the north, Keeper of the Grove says, surprise, I'm bringing a blizzard. And, well, your bases are all going to be nerfed as Fhra now down to 21 over, or 17 over 80 supply now. All right, Tree of Eternity has repositioned itself to try and mine here. Meanwhile, this gold mine is done mining out. Fhra not even bothering to train any additional peasants, as what you see is what you get right now. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 7 is going to try and throw down a couple of stomps. It doesn't look like it, at least not as of yet, as the Tauren Chieftain now shifts its way back off to the north. Back down to the south here, Acolyte could end up getting revealed. No, decided to back away. Tree of Eternity sitting at 31 over 90. And well, let's take a look at the other side. 31 over 90, 18 over 80, compared to 29 over 72 and 45 over 50. XLord currently winning out on this battle. As the, well, I gotta say the MVP has been the Crypt Lords in Pale. His presence is immediately known. It is mitigating stun those units while dealing quite a bit of damage of his own. Lich, Archmage going to be here ready to go. Spellbreaker's trying to chase down an obsidian statue for a little bit of free experience. But is that going to work? No, never mind that. Even though it looked blue for a second, that is red.
A player's forces are under attack.
Zoom out option, yeah. Coming back to the side here, Great Hall getting added in. We're looking at, well, Death and Decay from over over the tree line. That is a big deal. Tree of Eternity stomped right there. Units are not trying to make their way back out. Are we going to see another stomp? Yes, we are, but the Archmage able to slip out, as the Crypt Fiend could end up taking a little bit of damage as well. Flying Machine, is it too close to the action? No, it is not, but it should end up getting taken down by the Archmage or the Lich. However, we don't see that action there. Ghouls now looking to back up again, or cause a little bit of a migration for all of these workers and trying to disrupt any gold mining. But that Frog could be doing. All right. Undead, Lich, Obsidian Statue, and Brilliance Aura has been topping off all of the undead human mana abilities. Destroyer is now trying to make their way over. Pit Lord, no, not Crypt Lord now making its way over as well. As we're going to see a Tree of Eternity perhaps get taken down here. One, a mana stealing, massive taunts. Repair is not getting underway. Keeper of the Grove could get taken down. Keeper of the Grove taken down at level 6. A massive amount of nuking to take down a very high level Keeper of the Grove, as the Tauren Chieftain now back out onto the field, ready to go for more action. All right, is he going to try and throw down a stomp here? I think he will be trying to throw down a stomp. There is that stomp, slowing some of those units down as well. Crypt Fiend and Lich both get stalled up just a bit. Lich now currently looking to back away. XLord gets stomped for all of his efforts, and this could be extremely bad news. Tauren Chieftain seen at level 7, almost at level 8, gets to level 8 now. Where is it going to go? There's an Impale, and that Alchemist finally gets taken down. Level 5 Alchemist finally taken down by the stun of a level 4 Crypt Lord here on Twisted Meadows. Mountain Giant down to -2 armor here. Is it going to end up getting taken down? Mass Teleport? No, not going to be enough. Death Knight Lich still nearby. End up causing a lot of problems. Crypt Fiends are still alive and well here. Death Knight could come being a big death coil here as the Abominations are now showing up. But DowaQ and Fhra actually throw in the GG. XLord and Blade coming out ahead ever so barely compared to DowaQ and Fhra. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, I think that's all I have time for today. I'm extremely tired. I didn't realize how tired I was, so I'm gonna actually take a break. I'm hoping to be able to cast some more games, but yeah, I'm not all here, and I know it, and it's gonna affect my quality. Thank you for everyone who tuned in. If you're looking for more WarCraft videos, definitely check out my YouTube channel. I literally have thousands of videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it.